Cool, we are on. What's going on, people? Today is the anniversary date and it's barely AM hustle because I barely got in under the 12 o'clock mark, but we're gonna count this as AM hustle. Today is the 5th year anniversary of the decision, and I started writing that day, so it does count, of making the determination to become a writer. 5 years in, and 5 years in for Conundrum Media. So it's a pretty cool deal. I'm going to discuss a few things, and I'm going to throw off some perks too. And let's see. Let's start here. Let me make sure that this is open. And okay, let's get rid of that. Yeah, I see why that didn't work out. Get that. Here we go. 5 years in for Conundrum. Okay. Get rid of that. So what I'm going to do is, since it's the anniversary, I'm just going to put up some deals on the YouTube channel, like right here. That's going to be the first deal. I'm going to talk about that first because I've had numerous requests to put 30, some other way for people to consume 30 days of $2,500. So I put up a page, and if I get enough people who want to do the CD course, I'll make the CDs happen. That way you can have them forever and ever and not worry about utilizing your bandwidth, because they are downloadable, but there are many people who use their phone or their tablet, and it's huge. It's going to come in at about 15 gigs because the course is 30 hours long. So you can't put that on your phone unless you've got, even if you had unless you had a 34 gig phone or a 64 gig, that's a lot of data on the phone or a tablet. Some people can do it, but most people can't. So I got that deal up, and what I'm going to do as I go through this, let's get back in there. I'm going to put up another one in just a second. Oh, and I need to put this up. This goes down tomorrow. This is the Power of 6 productivity course. I'll just throw that up there since I've got the page open. And that will be it. Goes down tomorrow. So I'll put that there. Cool. All right, so I'm there. All right, I've got some notes. All right, cover the 30 days to $2,500 CD set. Hustling courses will be updated tomorrow and Friday, and some possibly Saturday. Webinars kick off again next week. And yeah, the anniversary sale. That's what's going on. Okay, that's it for the announcements. Now for some education and a little fuckery. Yeah, that's how we do it here at the G-verse. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do the good stuff first. And here's a question from, if you're not a member of Hustle University, go ahead and join it. I'll put the link under the other links. There's a lot of cool people there, folks who are striving to do more with their lives. So I'll put this here. It's free, and there's, like I said, a bunch of real cool people there. Okay, so we're there. Now let me get back to this. This is from Michelle. Morning, Glendon. Just getting motivated, so we'll have to catch up shortly. But I have a quick question for you. So far in the past day or two, I've written up to about 3,200 words, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to do a short report, ebook, or use it for blog post. Do you think my time would be better spent on building a blog or a YouTube channel at first, or I'll probably end up doing both? But to get rolling right now, it's probably going to be one or the other until I build up any steams. Any good tips on the blog versus YouTube? Okay, I'm going to tackle this question. Good question. It depends on what you're writing about. if there is a huge community already in place that's talking about your subject matter, blogging can be great. Because what you can do, and this would be my advice, you would write that one blog post, and then you will spend 90% of your time communicating with other bloggers by going to their blogs, communicating their posts, and talking to their community. Because this is the thing that happens, and I can tell you from having 6 blogs, you can go ahead and have a blog and have 30 posts on that blog. And when people come in, they're going to come in from various ways. They may come in from your main page, or if one of your blog posts has a ton of love, they're going to come in through that blog post, and they may or may not look at the other 29 posts. And frequently they're not going to look at it, because this is what happens. They go there, they start looking at the archives. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. I mean, I'll give you an example. My YouTube channel has 950 videos. There are some people that come in and they're like, wow, and they'll watch a video every day. I mean, I could tell when someone is really, really ingratiated in the G-verse, because they'll come in, they'll watch one video, they'll watch another video, and I'll see comments, and there's like 20 videos watched, 20 comments, and they'll do it. But even with that, it's a lot of material to consume. So you're better off putting out really good content in a blog and communicating and networking. I would start off, once again, depends upon what you're talking about, because it depends upon the community. Because many people think that, and they falsely think, because there's a lot of people doing it, they shouldn't get into it because the market's crowded. The converse is, if there's a lot of people doing it, that means the market's pretty damn big. So those are some, guide points for you to do that, because the YouTube channel is a marathon. I'm going to show you something real quick. Let me go ahead and pop this, because August 8th, well, really it should be August 6th, because that's when I put my, but for some reason it has, let's see. Let me go ahead and not do that one. Let's come back. Can't tell me. Can't. All right. I'll do this. All right. Let me pop up here. I got a lot of stuff. I should have cleared off my desktop before I went ahead and put all this stuff up here, because there is a ton of stuff. Let's see. Okay, that's opening up. Bear with me, it's taking a minute to open up. I thought it was going to open up. It's not playing fair. Let's see. Let's pull that down. And give me a second. This is I really need to show you this if it's going to. Okay. Don't know what's going on. Hold on a second. While that is doing what it does, I'll tell you. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Don't know what it's about. All right. Here we go. Here we go. It's working. It's working slowly, but it's working. It's working. Okay, here we go. So let me pull that out the way. All right. Now, this all started. I'll give you the story. July 17th, I said I'm gonna be a writer, and that day I actually wrote my first words on a different book, but that's too long to get into. So what I want you to, this is some channel, there's plenty of places you can get statistics on your channel, and here in mine, it's got no, it didn't have gender. I don't know why. So that's the number of subscribers. Those are the video views, potential earning. 904 videos that you can see. There's actually like 1,100 on there. There are some that are like unlisted. There's a lot of them, really. So you've got this going on. Contacts, number of video views in like the last month, all this stuff. This is a 5-year process. And the reason I titled this channel, this AM Hustle, the most incredible feeling in the world, is it's really just the surface. I'm just really getting started, and I want to emphasize that to you, like I was answering Michelle's question, that if you take the attitude that this will take time, and no, you will not make a lot of money in the beginning, and no, it's going to be a very long, arduous journey to where you want to be. Because the thing is, I have enough success. No, I shouldn't say enough success. I have enough recognition that sometimes when I go out in public, people stare at me like, I know that guy. I know the look now, because at first it was just like, why is this motherfucker staring at me like that, right? Because it's a little weird. Now I know the look, and I don't say anything because if they don't connect the dots, I'm not going to help them. Because I could be wrong, right? They could be staring at someone that's behind me, because there's this look, and it's taken a minute to really get to them. I'm like, okay, let me just say that 5 years. 5 years. This is the same amount of time if someone graduated high school and took the traditional summers off, holidays off, that they might be graduating with a 4-year degree. Might. And I'm using this for a reason, because in the same time it would take someone to get a 4-year degree, or maybe a 4-year degree in part of their graduate degree, I built a business that sustains me. I want you to really think about that. That's why this is the greatest feeling in the world. This most incredible feeling in the world. I'm going to see if I can get into this other one, this other screen share. All right, I'm going to pop that out of there. I'm going to leave that up there for a second, because I'm going to come out of there, and I'm going to see if I can get into the other thing as I get out of these other screens, because I got a lot of stuff that's going on. And I can go to, I can go here, because seriously, it's like the greatest freaking feeling in the world. Because I'm going to show you something, because I got a picture of it, if I can get to it. Okay, things are moving a little faster. I think I'm going to get another computer just strictly for these webinars. Makes things, I would think, a lot easier, because when you have a lot of stuff going on, it tends to slow your stuff down. Cool. All right. So here we go. All right. Here we are. This actually went out. I'm just going to pull up the picture. I'm not going to get too terribly deep into it. I'm going to come out of that, and you should see me again. I'm going to open up this one. Yes, it's moving and grooving. I like that. Okay, so we'll go here. Yeah, it likes me. It likes me. All right, that was the first book. It's 2009. That's me in my dining room, because I used to have a lot of natural light that would come in. And that's the first book. That's 2009. So in October, that was not too far away. That's when that came to be. And it's really has changed dramatically because when you want to do something, and I will say this because one of the biggest questions I always get is like, what should I do first? And my answer to you would be get started with something. I know it's not what you want to hear, but get started with something because you're going to get more information from getting started than just kind of, well, I'm going to, I'm just going to, well, I'm going to do some stuff. I'm going to kind of sort this thing out. I'm going to kind of do this. That doesn't work. That doesn't work because what you're doing is wasting a lot of time. You're wasting a tremendous amount of time. And I'm going to show you some stuff. And I'll leave it up there for a reason. Because I have a lot of miscues. When I talk about failure, I know about it. I know a lot about it because I did it. All right, that's enough of that. Let's see. Back here, open this up. That's like the first book, right? That's how it went down, and that is the thing that led to some other stuff. So I'm going to show you this. Because it went away and it'll be back. Okay, let's start this. I'm going to show you this. And that's, all that started with that little funky little book you saw in the first picture. I have a lot of books. Some you don't know about because they're in the pit name, but I got a lot of freaking books. And what I've learned is that you're going to learn on the way, make mistakes on the way, but if you keep moving, you will start to develop things. You will start to build stuff. Okay, and here's another one. Okay, and that's some other stuff that's going on. And that's the stuff on Amazon. That's not, I actually put the YouTube book up. Actually serializing the Hustlers Mindset, Pimp Your Mind for Success, because I'm on a journey on that, and I'm going to take my time and get it done because, like I said, I'm handling a lot of projects. But to give you an ideal of the journey, that first book that I did, it took me 3 months to write, and it came out at 19,000 words. To give you some perspective, this week, and it's Thursday, and I didn't write Monday because I was shaping up some stuff. I'm at 12,000 words for the week, which means that happened Tuesday, Wednesday, and I haven't written the day yet. I'm going to do that after I finish this. So I can do in a week what took me 3 months to do the first time in terms of word count. And part of it is developing a process. And the process came about because I got started. Because the thing is, all this waiting and hoping for, the perfect opportunity to make, for everything to be just ducky is going to hold you back. It's going to hold you back. It's going to keep you from being what you want to be and doing the things you want to do. I mean, this book, I'll say it, that cover is crappy. It is garbage. But without that cover, I wouldn't have got to the other covers. I mean, none of this other stuff would have occurred without that first effort. And if you can't get past that, hey, it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be awesome, and you're just looking to have that really, really good effort right out the gate, you're going to put yourself in a very in a very ugly situation. Very, very ugly situation. And when you get started, and understand, when I say that I am really, really just getting started, I'm not kidding. That's how I feel. Because the more you learn what you are not, if that makes any sense. And I know there's a lot of work that I still have to do, a ton of work, and that's the journey. Now, because I got started, I got my own thing going, and I've got this other stuff that's going. I wouldn't have known how to do this because someone asked me about 3 years ago, like, how did you learn how to do all this stuff? I was like, doing. That's how I learned how to do it. Doing and taking advantages of new technology, new platforms. That's how this stuff happened. Um, just doing, just really, really taking the opportunity that is before me, because this is how I feel. And many people were like, oh, what am I going to do? The economy sucks. I feel that the opportunity out there is just staggering. But like in the book, oh, I should tell you, the 50 Laws of Hustling, the first 25 are done. Next week, we will be kicking off with the webinars. And the other 25, because the first 25 laws, because just a quick aside, 50 Laws of Hustling is going to be an audiobook and it's going to be an ebook. It's going to be different and there's going to be courses. And it's a very, very different book. And the first law in the 50 Laws of Hustling is opportunity is often covered in dirt. That's the problem. There's a lot of opportunity out there, but it's covered in dirt, grime, maybe some bees, maybe some, pink bunnies are sitting on your opportunity. You're so busy stroking the bunny that you can't see the opportunity. And this is one of the reasons that I'm doing all this stuff, because what I learned in the storage auction business is the more you do, i.e. the more you buy, the luckier you become. Because let's just go ahead and put it out here. Like, this is just some of the stuff I've got going on. At the end of the year, it's my goal to double this, right? Now, let's just say most of it goes just okay. The G-verse, the people that really love this stuff, they buy it, and I'm really grateful for those folks, and I appreciate each and every sale. And say that's it. And then there's only one thing out of all of that activity that takes off. That's a win. Do you know? Let's take the LeBron James situation, because I was talking to a friend about it. I wasn't mad at the guy for leaving Cleveland because he wanted to get some rings. Don't blame him. Ain't mad at him. I got pissed at the way he left. And I thought it was the ultimate pimp move for him to leave like that, clean shit up, and go back. So you're looking at the journey, right? You're looking at all of this stuff. But the thing is, after all of that rigmarole, let's put it this way, we learn one lesson. Winning heals all wounds. The Cleveland season tickets sold out in 6 hours when it was announced that he was coming back. Guarantee you, those old jerseys, the first ones, those are going to be collectible items because a lot of people burn their shit. And I just want you to say, if you go through this and you fail and you make mistakes, if at some point you win and you win big, all that other shit's going to be forgotten about. It's going to go away. It's going to be totally, totally forgotten about. Now, let's get into some funny stuff. Let's see. Let's close that. Get that out of here. So I don't need that anymore. Okay, cool. Now, I'm about to have a little fun because it's the anniversary. And we can do that. We can do that. So let's go here. And this is also another reason that I'm doing 30 days to 2,500 these business courses, because many, many people don't seem to understand that we live in a new world. We live in a really, okay, here we go. Need to put that up. We live in a totally, totally different world. All right, got that. I'm about to show you something, because this is my anniversary and we can have some fun. And also it's going to be some business lessons here. I need to open it before I can share it. Hold on a second. All right. And if you got any questions or anything, go to the YouTube page and I will pop those up for you in a minute. Okay, it froze, but I'm back. And for everybody that came out today, appreciate it. Okay, it doesn't want to screen share now. Hold on. Don't tell me I wore it out. All right, well, it won't come up there. I'll just let you hear it. This is on the video how to start a business in 2014 with no money down. There's this person, you can go look at it. You should have made the distinction between starting a business and writing a book. And that's like, okay, I thought that was odd since most of the people who come to the video seem to get benefit. So my response is, so publishing is not a business. I said, now a business. I mean, who knew? Then it was like, here it comes. And understand, there are many people who are steeped in old school economies who don't really understand this new stuff. I said that because starting a business has far more legal and tax issues that require professional intervention or advanced knowledge on the subject. Selling some arts and crafts or personally written books, and that's a lot of people think, self-publishing is just weren't good enough to get published. I turned down 2 book deals, but hey, I wasn't there. Our personally written books is simple and can be peddled legally on any street. Check the local laws. But to title that video as starting a business is false. Even so, it's not free to start a book selling and distribution because who's printing the books for free? Print, ebooks, unless you get donations or beg. Nothing is free. Actually, that's not true. Then this is my last response. Apparently you never heard of ebooks or PDF books. I started my publishing business with $289 in 2000 and it supports me to this day. So false? No. Maybe you need to increase your understanding of current business models. Airbnb, Uber, Square are billion-dollar businesses that start the same way my business did, with little money and hustle and grind. Google Y Combinator, and let me just say that. Check out Y Combinator, which is started in either 2006 or 2007. What they do is take you for a weekend, and you do what's this big pitch. You come up with a viable business idea in a weekend, then you pitch it, and they give you like 20 G's, and you're like living in this little apartment while you work on the business. That's where Airbnb came from. Billion-dollar brand. I think Uber came from that too. I don't know if it came. Don't quote me on if it came from Y Combinator, but essentially what they're doing is they're taking little bets, 20 G's, which for starting a business is nothing. I mean, you spent more than that for your car. You spent more than that for your Kia. 20 G's to start a business is nothing. So, and really, what I did, like I said, I didn't reinvest back in the conundrum for like 23, 24 months. I let that 289 ride. I was profitable my first month in business, which means I got my 289 back plus some more money. Was profitable. And see, and this is the thing that many people fail to realize. When you go out and, like I said, I was talking to a friend who used to work for IBM back in the day, and he was saying people would like leave IBM and go start businesses, and they would get an office space, they would buy furniture, they would do all of this stuff before they had their first customer. Well, the way that we build businesses today is we get the customers first, we test the business model first, then we get sexy with the LLC. Because I want you to think about it. If you're going to go out and try 4 or 5 different businesses, and just say you do it on the cheap, $250. If you do it yourself, it's going to be about maybe $130, $150. But you do it on the cheap with some help, $250. You spend $1,000 creating LLCs, and you may not even use them. So why are you going to do that? But essentially, many people who are old school economists don't get this new thing. There's so much stuff that you can do with the newfangled internet business model that's ridiculous. I mean, it's just sick. It's sick, 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 sick. What you can get away with, what you can create, what you can do is just, it's so many different kinds of ways of awesome. It really is. So let me refresh and see if anybody's in the room and see if it leaves. Yeah, it left it off. Cool. Because, all right, what I did is something a little different. Is I'm putting it where I can answer this stuff. Because the thing is, when you do these Google Hangouts, you've got stuff that's going on in Google Plus, you've got stuff that's going on in the Hangout itself, and you have some going on in YouTube. That's why I posted the link to the YouTube watch page. That way everybody is on the same page. Because, let's see, I'm going to answer a few questions. Rake and Profit, interesting video. Glitch Rabbit, dude, I love that name, Glitch Rabbit. Do you treat your writing like a job and have a certain time schedule each day? Answer would be yes. That's how it gets done. I was working in the mornings. Now, since I'm walking, I try to get up and walk for an hour or more before I do anything on the empty stomach. Yes, I do. There is a word count, and there's what I call power days. Typically, there's 3 days of the week I'm going to try to kill it. My word goal is like 5,000 words a day on those power days. So far, I'm a little bit ahead of that, and then the rest of the days, if I just write, I'm good. So let me just respond to that, to hit. And Jake from State Farm, he found it. What up, Jake from State Farm? Because someone's like, who are you talking to? Because he had jumped in. Because what I want people to understand is that feeling I had when I wrote that first book is a feeling you can get. It's not like there is a limit. There's not that only so many people. Okay. That's funny. Had to watch it on Google Plus. It says the broadcast will begin very soon. Really, really strange. What up, Louie? Because you can get that great feeling. You can be at a point where you can do this stuff too, because you know there's quite a few people that started on YouTube just talking, written books, they developed followings. Because I think the thing that helped me honestly was there was really no one in the space when I started. There was no one really doing it. It was just wide open. And the part of that that's scary is you don't know where it's going to go. But based on the story, being in the storage auction business, and I knew what happened to people, and I knew how we would mess with them, that there was an information gap, or as someone else would say, information asymmetry. I knew that if it was a room that was a 10 by 20, I knew that I was going to make money if I got it between $300 and $500, even if there was a bunch of garbage in there. I knew because I had buying profiles. It's like, okay, this unit in this neighborhood, this unit's a 10 by 20. Oh, there's 3 bedroom sets. Okay, that's 400, 500. So in the bedroom sets, even if they're like garbage, that's 900 to $1,000 on the bedroom sets. So I got a little room. If I get this room at $500, I get it at $600. The bedroom sets are going to give me my initial capital investment back plus a profit, and there's all this other stuff. So that's how I used to buy units, and people just still didn't get that because there's like, you know, I would watch Storage Wars for I went on my moratorium, and it's like, yeah, this room's about $1,600. I'm like, what are you seeing in there that says $1,600 other than the TV? I don't see a bedroom set. I don't see a refrigerator. I don't see I don't even see any antiques. It's just because I'm here and this guy over here is going to bid high, so I'm going to. No, there really was nothing there. And when you develop your buying profiles, it increases your business knowledge to the point that I have created profiles for this YouTube thing and the ebook thing and the internet marketing thing that all started with getting started. Because if I never got started, I couldn't do this stuff. It will never happen. It would have been like, holy smokes, man, what are we going to do? What's going to happen? How's this thing's going to go down? Here's Louis the Seller. I'm about to finish my first ebook. Can you recommend where I can get a book cover created? I'm going to tell you something totally different that you will not hear in any other writing group. What you do, since you got a YouTube channel, what you would do is you make your own cover, and or you can go to Fiverr. All right, I'll give you the Fiverr method. because that's more in line with your question. Go to Fiverr and go to book cover creators and hire 3 of them. One of them is going to do an amazing job, and therefore you spent $15 for your book cover, because 2009 a decent book cover was $150 to $800. I am not bullshitting you. $150 to $800 for a decent book cover. And I really didn't even do that. My book cover, like I said, I put it up there. It was crap. It was crap. I'm going to put this here in case someone comes along. Go to Fiverr and hire 3 or more, because it's only $5 per person. Book All right, there you go. So I got that answered. Let me refresh. Um, this is another thing, going back to the first question that was asked by Michelle. If you have a tribe, that's going to help you much better than someone who, oh, this is funny. David's like, yeah, the broadcast begins sooner message than actually refresh itself and start playing. I missed the first 20 minutes because I was waiting for it. Yeah, Hangouts are still a developing project for YouTube, I would say. Still going on, still happening. It's still, they're still working out the kinks, I would say, because there's a lot that goes with this stuff. And really, what you get is pretty freaking amazing. I mean, seriously, what you get from this whole thing for free is pretty amazing. Now, let's talk some more about the anniversary, the most incredible feeling in the world. I actually can't get to that book because it's like in the closet somewhere under a lot of other books. But I remember when I got that, because they used to call it the galley. This is how it used to work. It doesn't work like this anymore. Create Space has changed significantly, because before you could set your book to print on Amazon, you had to at least pay for your proof copy. They wouldn't let it go out live on the system till you pay for your proof copy. So that first book, the little green, because you couldn't see this, a black and white photo, it was green. I paid for my proof copy and I released the book on Amazon. But I was making more money selling the book from urbanpackrat.com, which doesn't exist anymore, because I was selling it for like $19.99, and I was selling like 2 or 3 a day, which really was really good for where I was in the game. Because, I mean, you think about it, there's people out there humping their ass. They're not making 60 to 80 bucks a day. And that's what it was. It was like 60, 80 bucks a day in the beginning. And then it started to arc up. Then I created the book. I rewrote the book. I did stuff. I added webinars. And then I reached, I was making enough money to live on within the first 14, well, actually, before the first, 62 the first 14 months. Got to living income about month 5. And if you really think about that, never started this. This is all brand new. Just to get into this and go from nothing to making enough money to live on in 5 months, it's pretty amazing. That's the most incredible feeling in the world. Also, another thing that I'm really happy about, and this is one of the benefits of growing slow, because I could have grown faster. There's some things I could have did to move a little faster, and I'm glad I didn't do it, because things changed. There's someone that has a website that was dealing with my old subject matter, and I've watched them not crash and burn, but it went way up and it's leveled off. My YouTube channel gets more hits per month than that website. I've checked it out several times and I giggle each time I do it. And I did not have nowhere near the investment in that stuff with my YouTube channel that they had in that website. I know the investment in that website was pretty significant. And that's one of the things, going back to the person who didn't know how businesses are started and all this, you need to talk to an accountant, and you need to, okay, this is my advice to you on starting a business in 2014. so you can experience the most beautiful feeling in the world, the most incredible freaking feeling in the world. Get started. Spend a week to a month trying to make money from your business. Don't even get a business card unless you absolutely have to have them. Don't incorporate. Don't do any of that stuff. Make your first dollar, get your first sale, and see if you can repeat the process. If you can repeat the process and it gets better and better, then incorporate, then get the business cards. And what a lot of you who are resellers are pretty smart. Many of you have worked on your resale business for 2 or 3 years before you rented a warehouse or got extra space, because now you're like, okay, I know I can do this. Can I handle this additional cost? Because it goes really fast. The month goes real fast. At the end, first of the month, bam, you got rent payment. Bam, you got this, 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 this. Then you incorporate. Then you have to file your taxes every quarter. You should, and all this other stuff. So make as much money as you can the first month. I mean, I got a friend with the cookie business. She didn't incorporate her business until month 9 or 10. Just, making those cookies, slanging those cookies. Because the most important thing to your business isn't incorporating, it's making money. So many people get caught up in the imagery and the romance of a business. Like, yes, I have an office and my name's on the door. And I don't even have freaking business cards. My name's not on any door. I generate content. I put out courses. I write books. And I keep doing, because the money you'll make is going to come from doing. It's going to come from actually doing, not thinking, not contemplating, not wondering, doing. Like I told Louis on the covers just today, go on Fiverr, because this is the thing with Fiverr. When they do your covers, I mean, it's so cheap. Why not hire 2, 3, or 4, or even 5? Because one of them's going to be the bomb. One of them's going to be like, whoa, this is a great cover. And you just hedge your issues. And also, some are going to work faster than others. And also, if you have a following, you can get by without a cover, because they already know you. They're not like, okay, well, the cover. Let me explain what a cover does on Amazon. A cover is bait. It's the worm on the hook. It's the fish in the water with the tail. It's blood in the water. It's bait. That's it. It's like, ooh, this is interesting. But if people already know that you're interesting, let me show you something. I'm gonna show you someone that I know about. Hold on. This is a great example of what I'm talking about. I'm gonna show you her book covers. I'm looking. See if I can find it. Aha! I found it. My brain is working like really fast today. I'm like impressed with myself. I'm going to show you her books, and I'm going to tell you how much money she makes. Because she's really into the subconscious mind stuff like I am. All right. And go ahead and check out her blog. She's cool. Let's see, did that happen? Because I didn't hear the click. Okay, I'm going to assume that it happened. Yep, it happened. I'm going to show you her book covers. If the screen share thing, anywho, the screen share thing says screw you. I'm not working for you. Oh, I saw the magic wheel. Nah, it's not playing. But what I can do is, yeah, I'll come out of that. and I'll just give you a link, and you can go look at her book covers. I'll put it down there for Louis. Let's see, and I'm put it up there. Check out Dr. Kathy's. I mean, they're nice book covers, but you'll see what I mean. So, if you're still there, Louis, I just threw that in the comment, and well, I'll just throw it down here too. Made in the main comment, and there's for one. Just check out our covers, dude. That's the thing is covers are bait. If you don't have a tribe. That's what covers are. Let's see. Here's Rake and Profit. Thanks again, Glendon, for these videos. You really motivate me. You really inspired me a lot over the last year. You helped me greatly release my first 2 products and have done super well. You the man. Congratulations, Rake and Profit. Because see, this is the thing that people don't understand. The internet has dramatically reduced the time that you can start a business and get to what I call livable income. I mean, it makes a huge freaking difference. Let's see, Glitch Rabbit. Like I said, I love this name. Glitch Rabbit. Another reason to have your book on the market is even if you fail on a few other ventures, your books will still be making money. I have produced rap and even gotten into filming, but those ventures have failed at that time, but the book still helped me pay my rent. This is real important. I'm going to highlight that. But those books still help me pay the rent. That's rent. That's what I'm talking about. If you can get to a point, I understand you're not balling out, but if you get to a point where you can pay your bills with your business and you're not working like 120 hours a week, say you're working like an average work week, you've got so many things you can tweak and grow and make more money, because when you have a job and you're trying to start a business, some's going to go missing. That's why I always tell everyone, if you are single, not married, and you don't have any kids, that is when you need to go for it. That is gold right there, Glitch Rabbit. And let's see, here's Rick and Profit. Do you mind sharing your process for creating an audiobook? Any tips and strategy? I'm going to give you the quick and dirty because it ain't that hard. And this is another reason, people are like, oh, Macs are expensive. If you're doing videos and you're doing music, and I'm not talking about like on the super level, if you have a Mac and a decent microphone, you can do audiobooks. Like I said, here is the down and dirty. Let's see, where are we? I'm gonna go, yeah, I'll do the down and dirty. And what I like is you can put markers in the comments. Okay, here's your first step to creating an audiobook. It's your equipment. I mean, you don't have to have this professional voice or anything. It's your equipment. If you don't want to spend the money on a new Mac, I would suggest you get a used Mac, because the used Mac is going to include GarageBand, and Apple is giving away updates to GarageBand, Pages, Keynotes, and something else for free. So if you go get the used Mac and you want to upgrade to the new stuff, now understand, the new stuff might be a little hard on your processor, but if you're only doing videos and making audio on your laptop, it's real simple. So the first thing you have to do is get your equipment together. You can do it with a Blue Yeti. I mean, that's one of the best mics for multiple purposes. If you want a better quality mic, you can do the like this one. This is the Audio Technica, but the Blue Yeti will get you in the game. You need, and here's some other tips. If you're in the house, turn the air conditioner off, get away from the refrigerator, because the mics will pick up. I mean, it's crazy what they will pick up. But write your book first, and as you're writing your book, do the audio too. Because if you're not used to speaking for a long period of time, your voice will get tired, and you'd be like, whoa, it's only been 30 minutes, and I'm just like, I'm tired. because that's you will have to build up to it. So write a chapter, do the audiobook. Write a chapter, do the audiobook, and you'll get both done at the same time, and you won't kill yourself. Um, and then you can upload it to Gumroad. I mean, it's really really simple. Maybe I'm oversimplifying it, but typically, oh, you will have to, if you want to use some music, do not use any of your favorite rap songs. You'll have to get some royalty free music, which you can get at Pond5 or SoundCloud. Or in one book, I actually reached out to a DJ and it's like, hey, I love your stuff. Can I use it? And he said, sure. And I saved that email. So if there's someone out there who's putting out beats or something and you want to use it, and a lot of them will tell you no. They're like, because there was one guy, it's like, we can work out some kind of licensing deal. He didn't want to let me use it. And I didn't use it because this is another thing about being a creator. Say you create this song today, right? And nothing happens. But 10 years from now, someone needs to use that song and they really want it. They got to pay you. They got to pay you. That's all there is to it. So let's see. All right, here's Glendon. I heard you said about having a tribe to sell your books to, your products to, but don't want to sell advertise my first book to my tribe. I just want to see if I can see it on my own or announce it first, just for my own pride and ego. Am I crazy? You're not crazy, but I will tell you we're radically different because the stuff I write under a pen name, I sell because I got a lot of it. That's what helps. But I sell like 3 or 4 a month of each book because I'm not pushing it. It's just out there, and I'm kind of letting people find it. And because it's fun and crazy stuff, I'm not like really pressed. But if you just want to do that, yeah, that's cool. I'm just letting you know the difference is going to be stark. Now, if you write in a very popular genre like Cian Save, started writing these eBay books, and they're for people who do eBay, they know what eBay is about. But there's so many people out there who are losing their jobs and they're having to do something, and they're like, hey, what can I do? What can I do? And they're coming to eBay. So if you write that book and you write that genre, yeah. Let's see. And it's kind of funny, and someone's like, they missed it. Eh, it is still going down. I like saying that. Kevin Hart said that in one of his stand-ups. It's going down. But essentially, yeah, the audiobook thing is really it's a process. For every hour of audiobook content, you're gonna have 2 to 4 hours of production. That's why I said do both of them at the same time. Uh, make that money with Kenny. That name cracks me up. Let's see. I'm glad that's working out for you. All right. I need to add extra words. Yeah, the Macs make a big difference. Oh, this is cool. I agree with my boy Rake and Glenn, and I've been debt free for years because of you. As a matter, I've been labeled a cheapskate. And at first, piece of advice that has changed my life given by you is to turn off the television. Yeah, I mean, if you look at some people that 2 to 4 hours a day that they sit in front of the television, let's just say it's 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday. We're not even going to get into the weekend time, just Monday through Friday. Say they want to keep their TV watching time for the weekend so they can watch cartoons with the kids and stuff. So that's 15 hours. Then that's 60 hours a month that could be gone into making their business. Let's see. I am messing with people in these comments. But yeah, turn the television off and doing something productive with you know, your business. I had a friend, he said this the other day because one of his friends said, "Hey, let's go out this weekend and do some stuff," and he said, "I thought about it." He said, "I'm not where I want to be in life, so why the fuck should I be partying?" And it's a real good point, and a lot of people miss that. I'm not saying don't go out. I'm not saying don't go on vacation, but if you work all week and you're doing something you don't want to do, then you go on vacation on the weekend and you put no time towards doing something to get you out of the things that you don't want to do, you'll continually have to do things you don't want to do because you haven't made time to do the things you do want to do, if that makes sense. Because I know so many people that freaking hate their job, um, who are in some really deep doo-doo in life that it's amazing. It is strictly, I mean, it amazes me at times. It really does. That they're not happy. And the thing is, it's a choice. But the big thing is, and that goes back to what Louis was saying, you got to cut your burn rate. You cannot live the dream and chase the dream at the same time. And that's what a lot of people want to do. It's like, well, I'm going to start a business, but I also want to get a Mercedes. And if I get an office, it has to be in a good part of town. And I have to do this. It's just, it's kind of crazy what's going on. It is kind of crazy with all of the stuff that people place on the shoulders of success that really wasn't there to begin with. That creates an amazing amount of heat on your success that keeps you from being where you want to be. Because there's this one of my clients, one of my consulting clients, he has changed his whole business model around because of the stuff that we've talked about. Because he's in a really good situation, and he's in a situation where he can hire people, leverage his time. And this guy was crazy about what he was doing. Now he's like, he's all in management mode now. He's like, I can actually make more money and work less. And that's what happens when you hire people. You leverage time that way. That's the only way you can leverage time, is to hire people or automate your processes. And he's doing that. So you're getting some really, really cool things that are coming out of creating businesses and making better decisions. Because I look at this, where would I be if I hadn't made that decision to write that first book? Because everything, the YouTube channel came about because of writing. That seriously came, consulting opportunities, the reality show gig, all this stuff came because of writing. So let's see, what do we have? We got a lot of stuff here. I'm just going through the comments. Okay. We got comfortzonestudio.com. Welcome to the anniversary party. If I could have digital cake, I would have got some. Because that's what it is. I really should have took the day off. That's what someone told me. But I'm kind of going to dial it back a little bit. Because I think 5 years in doing this, and like I said, being successful enough to live off of this, to live off of my art, I think is a great thing. Here's making money with Kenny. Tip: you can do the audio and have it transcribed. Yep, and that's expensive. That's expensive, because there's a feature that you can have your video transcribed for the caption, and it pushes you up in the Google rankings, because your videos can be searched by the text file. But I looked at, in my videos, in one of my longer videos, it was going to be $230 to get it transcribed. And that was cheap. So if you're doing a bunch of short stuff, yeah. If you're like a book or something, to pay a mid-level professional to create your audiobook, you're looking at $1,500 to $2,000. $1,500 to $2,000. And that's not including issues or continuity problems. So someone, and then just look at that. You write the book, you get it edited. That's $600 to $1,500. Then you do the audio book. You could be 5 out of 5 G's on that book before you make any money. That's a lot, and you don't know if it's going to sell. That's why I'm like, go ahead, sell to the tribe, get some money, see if the tribe's like, we like this. If a bunch of people in your tribe like it, then generally the general public will like it too. But if your tribe's saying, okay, I wouldn't put that out to the general public, because you can look at your tribe as your testing ground. I mean, seriously, if they're like, we don't like this, you could be wasting a lot of money. You can waste a lot of money. Let's see. This is Louis. This is how I am to finish my book. My wife and family are leaving for 10 days to Puerto Rico tomorrow. I chose to stay behind and write, but I'm not gonna lie. I need to get away from my wife. Away from. All right, you keep with that stuff. Your wife's gonna shank you, man. At some point, it's coming. Really. I mean, shank. Wait a minute. There we go. Here's Rakin. As I mentioned earlier, you helped me increase my first 2 products this year. I want to create more. I have tons of ideas, but sometimes I feel if I put out too much in a short period of time that it may come off the wrong way. Do you mind sharing your thoughts? I actually had someone tell me, you're putting out too much shit too fast, Glendon. And I actually increased the rate that I put stuff out. And this is why. The hardest problem you have on the internet is being discovered. The people who know you already is great. It's wonderful. But you need more. So let's just say, you've got idea for 6 products, right? And you put them out. And some people in your tribe are like, I don't know about that stuff. Then a year later, here's someone new, and they come to and they're like, hey, I like Steve's shit. Oh, he's got this, he's got this, he's got this, and they buy all of it. So you have to make products for your current tribe, and you have to make products for folks who don't even know you exist. I would do as much stuff as possible. If you got 6 ideas, I would put them out. The more ideas you put out, the better off you're going to be. Let's see, Glitch Rabbit. Think about this. There's no millionaire that made their money by watching The Price is Right. Sometimes you have to cut yourself off and get to work. Don't pause your life, pause your TV. Ooh, I'm putting that in the comments. I like that. That's one of the best comments I've seen. Because seriously, TV will rob you of a lot of money. Let's see. On the subject of getting started, this is Jake. I recently started a Facebook page, Cuckoo for Coffee, I think. The idea of the page is to learn and build an audience so that when I roll out my coffee line, I have already had a following people that I hopefully connected with to sell to. My goal is to get 2,000 likes, then roll out the coffee. Am I putting too much on the page just to roll out the coffee? I think you're on the right path, because let's see, you roll out the coffee now. Then only the people that you know, friends, family, you can roll that out to them. I would do the page first, because while you're doing the page, it will force you to do research about coffee, and it'll force you to research coffee brands, and you'll see what people are saying about coffee. And also, what you can do with your page is, like, once you get your coffee, you can say, look, I got a sample of coffee. The first 20 people, I'll send it to you. I'll pay the shipping, but I need for you to do a YouTube video about my coffee. It's worth the money. So yeah, I would definitely build up the audience, because I can't find it, because there was someone's talking about 1,000 true fans. Actually, I can post that link. Yeah. Oh. I can actually post this in the comment, because this speaks to that. So I just threw that in the comments. You can check that out. I want Morgan Freeman to do an audio for my book, or Christopher Waken. Christopher Waken, That would be an interesting narration because I like him. I mean, it's just he looks if he walks in the room like he's a party. He just looks like he's going to be fun instantly, just instantly. Too funny. All right, so we've been hanging out for a while. I am going to shut this thing off. But before I go, let me go in here. I'm going to make somebody really, really thrilled, even happy. I'm going to put, oh yeah, I forgot to put this out. Like I said, people who want the CD set, here's a link. Yeah, I'll put that out again. CD set for people, and I'll send out an email. And let's see, what else? I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to do this one. So this is the big deal everything package. Yes, celebration deal. And this email will come out. I might do like some chicks I see on Facebook. You notice how some women celebrate their birthday all month? I think you're born on one day. You know, you're not, it doesn't take the whole month to get you born. It's just there's that one day and it's you're out. I don't know. So I might do a little bit more. Put that out. Check it out. And once this thing processes, and I'll put stuff in the annotation. But let's see. Make sure before I drop out of here, refresh this thing one more again, as they say. Okay. All right, that's it. I want to say, everybody, thanks for coming out. I'm going to shut this puppy off. I will see you on the good side. I'm going to come back and check it again for some answers, and then I'll put the annotations to other stuff in the video. So with that, I am about to work on, I'm about to do a little writing. Get this and keep this thing going on for another 15 years. All right, everybody, you have a great day. Thanks for coming out.